You are now rolling in the Hooptie A podcast, faking it look easy with Dailey. You don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. It feels so good to say that. You don't even know. You don't even know how good it feels to say that. I've been waiting and trying and playing
Watermelon
drops.
Is fucking awesome. Watermelon is fucking awesome.
I play that whenever I say some racist shit. Look, there's going to be some racist shit that gets played here. There's going to be a bunch of car start sounds. My bad, it's just how it is. I just like that bullshit, you know what I mean? I got a couple segments coming up.
It's now time for Black Rome, White Rome.
That's when I explain shit from the black perspective and the white perspective.
Recording persons without explicit consent is strictly forbidden, but these are mad candid convos.
That's the kind of shit I do when I take a speaker to an open mic and a microphone to an open mic, and I just secretly record my friends' conversations.
You know what, man? That shit touched my soul.
That shit touched my soul, man. Some things just touch your soul, bro. And you gotta tell people about them, because that's how they live, okay?
You can't fire me. I quit.
And then lastly, I do want you to call. I'm setting up a burner phone. I'm super officially unofficial, so give me a couple episodes on the burner phone. Waiting for some sponsors to come through. Holla at your boy, faking it look easy with Dailey, the Hooptie A podcast. You don't know what it is. But that's where I want to hear about side hustles, man. There's too many people in the city with side hustles. Every time I open Facebook, it's a new venue coming out. There's new party promoters. There's young kids killing it out there. It's old heads putting together kickback vibes, day parties, and all that kind of stuff. We had a Duce party in Omaha. Nobody fucking knew about the shit. It was at Funplex. I didn't go because I didn't know about the shit. But I think Duce is kind of a young kid's game. But all kinds of shit happens in the city. So I want to know about that shit. All kinds of dirty shit happens at works. At works? What the fuck? All kinds of dirty shit happen at jobs. So I want to know about that shit. I want to know about the stupid shit that happens at your work. Like all the kind of bullshit about.
You know what, man? That shit.
Fuck
Recording persons.
Nope.
You can't fire me. I quit.
I want to hear about the times you quit. There's gonna be a lot of drop mess ups. I'm gonna fuck up the drops a lot, and I apologize. I'm just a fake little diva here. I'm just a fake little diva.
You can't fire me. I quit.
And don't try to fucking cancel me. You know why?
You can't fire me. I quit.
Say that shit again.
You can't fire me. I quit.
Sums Collective on the drops.
You can't fire me. I quit.
Mark Patrick on the beat.
You can't fire me. I quit.
I got OEAA's best performance poet coming through with the piece every fucking episode.
You can't fire me. I quit.
So what's good now? Fire me, don't fire me. I'm probably gonna slip up and say some dumb racist shit, but I'm black and I'm white, so I know both perspectives. I know statistics. So before you try to come at me,
you can't fire me. I quit. You can't fire me. You can't fire me. You can't fire me.
So go fuck yourselves. I'm just kidding. It's all about love here, man. I'm not like trying to make this a big thing about my ego or anything like that. To be honest with you, as far as this podcast goes or can go, I would be hella excited if somebody just sent me a video of them closing a restaurant and all the cooks are in the back listening to my shit. Not playing around, no fucking ego. When I turn the music off, you can hear how dull the mic is. I got no ego about the shit. I got no games I'm trying to play. This is just 30 minutes of bullshit, and I'm just trying to get through my day. And I talk jive as fuck, and I come up with some dumb shit to say every once in a while, but I don't mean anything by it, man. I don't mean anything by it. Why? Because egos are fucking stupid, especially in stand-up. I do stand-up in Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska, the 402. How do you say that in Spanish? Cero ocho dos. Cero something. Cero dos. Yeah. Cero e fime e dos. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. We got a bunch of fucking egos out here. None of us got no reason to have no goddamn egos out here, man. Ain't none of us got.
I love you, dude. I love you, bro.
Should be all about love.
I love you, Holmes. I love you, Broseph Goebbels. I love you, Machacha. I love you, Tico Brohe.
I love you, Tico Brohe. And if you want to talk about it, the fucking median income here, like this is an episode of Bar Rescue. They did a bar rescue here. We know what the median income is. It's about $29,000. So it means a bunch of us rolling around in old ass Cadillacs thinking we somebody guilty. and a bunch of us rolling around in hoopties because we can't afford cars that stop and then start up at stoplights. We all broke as fuck out here, bro. And if we're not, we're slinging crack rock, or we got a wicked jump shot. Shout out to Notorious B.I.G. My point in saying all this is I ain't trying to call nobody broke. I ain't trying to call nobody stupid. What I'm trying to say is,
I love you, dude. I love you, bro Montana. I love you, Holmes. I love you, Broseph Glables. I love you, Machacha. I love you, Tico Brohe.
I love you, Tico Brohe. That's all I'm trying to say, man. That's all the bullshit I'm trying to say. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing crazy, nothing stress. I want to give a shout out to all the people who helped me put this podcast together. People going to the store for me. I have people creating drops for me. I'm in the back of open mics trying to explain my launch session. So if you're hearing this, I'm either am or I am not nominated for an OEAA Best Comedian Award. If I'm not, it's cool. If I am, I rigged the vote. What? Did he just admit it? Did he just admit to rigging the most prestigious entertainment award in Omaha so he can come out with this dumb fucking podcast? Get in the hoopty, man. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Don't stand out there in the cold. We can smoke cigarettes in here. Yeah, the brake light's on, the check engine light's on. Come on, man. Just get in the hoopty. I'm setting shit up out here. It's gonna be fun for everyone. It's like Adventureland. It's gonna be fun. God damn it, I could have really killed that right there if I knew the Adventureland drop. But come on with me, man. It's gonna be some lighthearted shit. I bought screens. Shout out to Good Life Entertainment, Good Life Technology LLC. Good Life Ben and Jessica. They got my screen set up. I'm looking official as fuck in here, bro. Just follow the hoopty. That's it. I remember this one time when I was a kid, I was living off of Pinckney. Shout out to 24th and Pinckney, Timeout Chicken right across Caddy Corner down the block. And you know what's a goddamn shame? I live right there till about on and off for about 6 years. And I didn't have that delicious chicken until I was about 20 some years old, man. And you want to know something? I'm fucking bitter about it. Dead Moms Club or no Dead Moms Club. Dead Dads Club or no Dead Dads Club. I'm fucking bitter about it. When I get up to those pearly gates, I'm wrecking shop, trying to find out why I had to wait 20 years to delight in this delicious chicken that my city has to offer. And the simple response would be, it takes 20 years to get through that drive-through line. But it's worth it. Shout out. That's hilarious. I'm just fucking around, man. Shout out though, man. There's some people coming through. And I really fucking appreciate it. I want to shout out to the croissant crew. My croissants be hot as fuck in the morning, man. I don't know what Burger King y'all going to. I don't even know if y'all go to Burger King, if y'all are just too good to go to Burger King. But my croissants be hot as fuck. It's a dude in the back running the kitchen, looks like Jim Jones. Man, I found out they think Jim Jones is a fed. You guys need to stop that bullshit, okay? Right now. Jim Jones came to Omaha. He ain't no goddamn fed. You come to Omaha, people find out everything about you right off top. Soon as you come to the city. You get checked. All you gotta do is walk into a Subway, a McDonald's, any kind of nightclub, and it's just like something that we read off of you. But it's nothing positive. It's all the dirty shit. It's like that movie with Justin Timberlake when they had that time code in their arm and when their time ran out, that's when they died. It's like that, but it's just like a little bracelet a bouncer scans, and then the rest of us have a little transmitter that goes around our neck in the form of an old, not Cuban link, or no, yeah, Cuban link, little chain with a little heart pendant that's like 4 or 5 years out of season. They scan that shit and it lets us know all the STDs you have. Lets us know all the times you've been in fights and back down. It lets us know all the times that you've been in 6th grade and you should have been studying, but your mama's yelling at you now. All that shit. We know all that shit as soon as you come to Omaha. Promise you, Jim Jones is not a Fed. You heard it here first. More shout outs. Shout out to Mark Patrick. Barge Patrick on the beat. This fool gave me that fire. Let's see what else we got up in here, Mark. This John been jamming too. This reminds me of some new school Kanye West at church kind of shit. And that's all right. What the fuck else we got in here? Oh my gosh, yeah. Wait till Trace comes through with this poem. Wait till Trace comes through with this poem. Wait till Trace comes through with this poem. If you guys don't know Trace Shad, the redheaded goddess, the one-legged phenom, the balancer of the unbalanced, my biggest fan, the only person who thinks I am the man. First time I performed in front of Trace. Trace is, see, this bullshit. See, this bullshit. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the background noise. Trace is a performance poet in Omaha, Nebraska. Very well respected. I used to be into spoken word poetry when I was in Bible college, but it was all off the dome. We would do this thing we called Def Jam poetry, and when we did Def Jam poetry, we were just broke Bible college kids who didn't smoke weed or didn't do drugs or anything like that. So we would just post up on a street corner and get super spiritual, and we would give impromptu spoken word performances. And so I got a little bit of thing in my heart for spoken word. You know, it's not official. It's kind of strange, but I like the shit, okay? If you hear Trace, you'll know why I like the shit, bro. She is straight up and down legitimate. Bible college was a fucking trip. So somebody that can bring that back into my life without the negative connotation in an artsy kind of form, because I'm kind of an artsy motherfucker. You know what I mean? Don't mind the dirty comedy in the background. I'm kind of an artsy motherfucker, you understand? And I try best to be that way, just because it's who I am. That's kind of why I created this podcast, just because that's how I want to bop. This is just kind of how I want to bop through life. I don't want to go through life worrying about bills or waking up for work the next day or doing all that bullshit. I want to worry about my podcast. That's the battle I want to fight. I want to worry about writing stand-up. That's the battle I want to fight. I don't want to fight no battles about... I don't want to fight no battles about worrying about no police kicking in my door, man. That ain't the kind of fucking life I'm trying to leave. You feel me? I want to create shit. And this podcast is for people who work every day, who come home to their kids, who... find a way to put their creativity up top. Put their creativity up top. There's something to be said. It's magical about somebody who works their ass off, still got a side hustle. Still got a side hustle. For the love of it, for the money of it, for the game of it, still got a side hustle. When my mom was hustling, she was hustling over multiple state lines. I learned the shit through felonies, through talking to different inmates, through going to the pen every weekend for years. For years, just to make shit look normal so that when we do go in dirty, it looks normal again. I don't want to fight those battles, man. I don't want to fight those battles. I'm working through that PTSD. I got that PTSD. I ain't trying to have that PTSD. Get that shit the fuck away from me. I'm going to motherfucking therapy. And if you're not going to therapy, man, I don't give a fuck. Do if you do, don't if you don't. Those who can't do, teach. That's my that's my thoughts on therapy. Those who can't do, teach. I don't know what that means. Actually, that's kind of fucking deep. Those who can't do, teach. So I can't have a therapist. That never done, man. Nah, that doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna get it together. Oh, goodness. It's gonna be a little bit of a recap about my week. Man, this week's been crazy. I'll tell you about that in another episode. We got a little bit of a recap about my week. We got a few segments. We got a few drops we're gonna play and shit, man. But that's it, man. This is the podcast. I thank you guys for listening so much. Just because.
It's now time for Black Rome, White Rome.
That's hilarious.
You know what, man? That shit touched my soul.
Actually, you know what? I will tell you about some shit that touched my soul. So, when you work in a retail space throughout the day, especially when you manage it, you just get to talk to people that have stories that are so much different than yours, that have been through so much different shit than yours, whether it is traumatizing or isn't traumatizing. The stories are always super fucking good. Like, actually, that's not true. Sometimes the stories are bullshit, and you can tell. Some people be looking you straight in the eyes and telling you some bullshit. Hey, I'm just gonna tell you a bullshit story right now. You know why? Because you're here. You're not going anywhere until 7. I don't care if you manage, if you work here, if you're an owner, you're wearing this shirt, so I'm gonna tell you some bullshit story about my cat. But every once in a while, somebody who worked dispatch at the 911 center during one of the biggest shootings in the country that year was on call, taking calls at the time. And man, this lady's sitting here telling me all this. First of all, this lady's about my age, maybe a couple years older. She's very well detailed. She has all of her details on point. Brown hair, dark brown eyes, the kind of lady that'll just melt you with the look. Say something sideways to me. When you're out hunting in the bar and trying to grab something before you go home, this is not the lady you walk up to, because she's liable to fuck you up in the parking lot. And if she's not, you know she didn't come with some fake motherfucker. So don't say anything sideways. To her when you're trying to get some strange. All right.
I love you, dude. I love you, bro.
It's none of that. She'll
I
beat
love
that
you,
ass.
Holmes. I love you, brosif squibbles.
Ain't no brosif
I love you,
squibbles.
muchacha. I love you, Tico Brohe.
Ain't no Tico Brohe. Just beat the shit out of Ye. That's what it is. Anyway, she's a tough lady is what I'm saying. So she comes in and she's telling me that she needs something for whatever she needs something for. And we find it. We got a product for her. We got her everything like that. And so there's a little bit of lag time between the register getting it together and the tablet, once we charge the money, getting it together. So you kind of make a little conversation, because I'm a dope motherfucker like that. I be swinging that CBD rack. So you make conversation, right? And she's wearing a dispatch. She's wearing a dispatch shirt. She's just 911 dispatch. Douglas County 911 dispatch. So of course I gotta say something. I got time to feel me? But she starts telling me the story about she took a first call and couldn't believe what she heard. Took a second call, couldn't believe what she heard. She started looking around the room to figure out if everybody else was taking the same calls. And they were. All the calls were coming in. There's an active shooter at the mall. Right. And it's her job to ask questions about who, what, where. She's asking about specific landmarks, knows directions very well, first, second, third floor. And that's not even the interesting part. The interesting part is she was telling me about the debriefing they took her to, in which they explained to them for them to get closure exactly what happened firsthand from the first responders that showed up. So now in her mind, she has all this spatial awareness. And then on the other hand, she has all the knowledge from what she saw. And time is a motherfucker, because a year after that thing happened, she just walked into Von Maur on the 3rd floor. Just walked in there to get her mother a gift. And it all came rushing back to her. That PTSD is a motherfucker. But that shit touched my soul because she took the time out of her day to bring it up to me, because I asked and we shared a moment. Let me tell you, from somebody who's been through some shit, who has seen some shit, and when somebody brings something up like that, it's foolhardy you feel on their part. And why I did that, I didn't think it was gonna get that deep, y'all. I didn't think it was gonna get that deep. I thought she was gonna tell me about some fist fight she heard at the Reverb or some bullshit like that. But she dropped the real on me.
You know what, man? That shit touched my soul.
And it touched my soul. And it touched my soul. Because this lady also has side hustles, has kids. She has a painting business. She's creative as fuck. She's the kind of person who does Renaissance fairs. Now, you know the kind of person who does Renaissance fairs. You know the kind of person who does Renaissance fairs. They spend their money, they spend their time, they spend their attention. You walk into a Renaissance, I've just seen Facebook pictures from a Renaissance fair, and there's a friend of mine who came out of a pasta shop from a Renaissance fair, and they all look like a gang of swashbucklers. I know that shit is real, okay? I do have friends who've been in Renaissance fairs. What? Don't at me about that shit, bro. Don't at me about that shit, okay? Listen, I'm half black and I'm half white.
It's now time for Black Rome, White Rome.
I'm black and white. I'm going to have friends who work at Renaissance fairs, but I'm also going to have friends that'll hit you in the back of the head with a lead pipe. Okay? So don't fuck around. We get in dust-ups at improv theaters around here. All right? So listen. You come at me, and I'm a fucking work my way in like Ben Rothwell, while homegirl in the back, shing, finish him. Now you're on the ground, fool. Now you're on the ground, motherfucker. You've been swashbuckled by a swashbuckler. You look up and it's Puss in Boots with a curved sword like Aladdin. All because you ain't firing off the ball correctly. And that's the problem with most people. Y'all just ain't firing off the ball. Motherfuckers would rather go to call centers and shit like that and pick their nails and complain about shit. No, hustle. Call the hustlers hotline, bro. Tell me about the dumb shit you do at work. Listen, if you're going to be one of those people with no ambition and you just want to fucking go to work just to go home, that's cool. I respect it if you're taking care of your kids or that's just how you're getting by. I understand that. But listen, we all go through shit. Take the time to dust it up a little bit. Take that promotion, man. Start paying attention at work. Shit, get your fucking shit together. I'm tired of all this fucking laziness around me, man. People starting podcasts and they sound like they ain't never tried to talk to nobody on earth, and now they want to start a podcast and get mad because the podcast ain't going nowhere. Listen, goddammit, ain't nobody gonna listen to this shit. Nobody gonna watch these goddamn YouTube videos. Sound quality shit. Lighting ain't right in the background. These screens are black half the time because I didn't do the little tag part on the video correctly. And that's cool, man. You see me bitching about it? Hell to the no. I ain't bitching about it. I'm just being about it. I ain't bitching, I'm just being. I ain't looking, I'm just seeing. But yeah, this is my podcast. I thank you guys very much for listening.
Watermelon is fucking awesome.
Watermelon is fucking awesome.
That wino pea
That's
smell.
Rome. That is Rome.
Listen, I'm going to say some shit that you guys aren't going to agree with. I'm going to say some shit that's going to piss people off. I'm going to fuck up and I'm going to say some shit that's straight out of the 90s because that's how I grew up. I come from an alcoholic family, okay? We said shit. We drank shit. We did shit. It was all shit, bro. It was all just shit. I'm a trash person. I know I look pretty as fuck, but I'm half Portland upper middle class businessman, and I'm half white trash that escaped the suburbs, okay? My mom wanted to play around in the hood. What's good? This is me.
That wino pea
That's
smell.
Rome. That is Rome.
Yeah, that wino pea smell when you said something homophobic or horribly racist.
That wino pea
That's
smell.
Rome. That is Rome.
You know what, man? Recording persons.
You can't
There you
fire
go.
me.
Boom.
I quit.
I'm gonna get these labeled eventually. Till then, I apologize.
You can't fire me. I quit.
But yeah, that's the podcast, man. You're either in the hoopty or you're not. It's faking it look easy. That's fake it till you make it, never backwards. The Hooptie A podcast, Rome Dailey. You don't know what it is. Oh shit. Yeah, my bad. We're dropping every Friday. Boom. You'll have a couple episodes to listen to just because I understand binge watching. I'd be pissed if somebody just came out with one fucking episode and they tell me they've been coming out with a podcast. One episode a week, sometimes two when I get things up and running. It's always solo episodes, man. It's always just me. Maybe one time a week, I'll have a guest. We'll do one podcast with just me. I'll take calls and shit like that. We'll do play the segments, fuck around with the drops and everything like that. We keep it to 30 minutes because Always Sunny in Philadelphia is 30 minutes, and that just fucking feels right. You know what I mean? But yeah, Friday we release on payday around quitting time, so you have something to listen to over the weekend. Fuck yeah. But I want to leave you with this little drop. It's my shit. Bars Patrick. I will see you guys next Friday. If you see me around town, say what's up, holler, say hello. It's the Hooptie A podcast. You don't know what it is. Oh yeah. That's good shit. Amen, brother. That's the Lord's work right there. Thank you guys for listening. Enjoy this track. We're out. Oh, I need a cool sign off, don't I? Hold on. Until next week, build whoever the fuck you want to be. Rome Dailey, faking it look easy. That's our show for the week. Keep the change, you filthy animals.